Thank you very much, Jenna. Getting to check out their brand new location downtown. Been to the Taylor location and absolutely love it. So all of the things that you've come to enjoy and expect from their delicious pizza you'll find here, plus one interesting new addition, pour your own beer taps. We're going to get into that in just a little bit, but want to reintroduce you to Benjamin from Carbone's Pizza. Thanks again for letting us come down here today, Benjamin.
My pleasure, Drew.
Let's start off with pizza. This is the one that I got to whip up a little bit earlier on. Tell us a little bit about the pizza cooking process and how that coal-fired oven makes our pizzas delicious.
All right, so the coal-fired oven's a unique concept to our restaurant and to Canada. We're the only ones in Canada with a coal-fired pizza restaurant. So when you taste our pizza, it's going to be a little bit different than your traditional style because the crust is nice and crisp on the outside, and you can have a nice soft center, so you can do an Italian fold. It's the way to eat pizza. One hand, I'll show you how to do it after. But
okay, good.
Maybe off air so you don't get it all over yourself.
Proper techniques, that way I can practice that before we do this live on camera. And you guys are making your pizza dough fresh in-house, so it's always delicious and always turning out just right. So we'll get to have some really delicious food for our visit to Carbone's Pizza. This one I chose was Italian sausage, and I learned an important technique too about dispersing the ingredients. Originally, I loaded everything too far in the center, which is the weakest point in the pizza slice, so that makes it all bend inward. So now I know. Put the ingredients along the outside. And fresh and hot out of the oven, Ryan's about to deliver. What kind of pizza we got here, Benjamin?
That's our new white. It's we actually don't use tomato sauce with that one. We choose to use garlic oil instead. We then use 3 cheeses, mozzarella, ricotta, and parm. Throw a couple cherry tomatoes on there, and then when the pizza comes out of the oven, we crack some pepper on top and put our signature spinach pesto on top.
Sold on the pizzas. Now let's talk about drinks, because you're doing something that literally we won't find anywhere else in the province. Pour your own beer taps. Explain how this works.
All right, so it's pretty simple. So if you wanted to do some self-pour beer, which you probably will if you're at this location, all you do is sit down at one of our tables, speak to one of our lovely staff members, and they're going to get you set up with your own beer button.
A beer button, okay.
So with it being Canada Day, we felt that the Molson Canadian lanyard makes a lot of sense. So
good.
I've already taken the liberty to set this button up with your name, and what happens is we start each guest off with a $20 budget. So the $20 doesn't mean anything until your experience is finished. So if you only poured 2 ounces of beer or 3 ounces of beer, you would only pay for that amount. So
it measures it precisely. Let's plug this thing in and you show me how it works.
All right, so right now it's asking for myself or anyone sitting here to put a beer button to the screen. So once I do that, 2 options come up. At this tower we have Alexander Keith's and Heineken, 2 extremely popular beers. At the bottom right it tells me what amount of money I'm working with. So it starts with $20 like I said. If I hit the go button on Alexander Keith's, which I'm going to go for, a little screen pops up to show me first how to pour beer, and on the bottom left it shows me the amount of ounces by the 0.1 of what I've poured so far and what's going to be happening. So the servers on hand are all very experienced in this area of the restaurant. We're the only ones in Manitoba, like I said, that have it. So pouring your own beer is one thing, and training someone to do it is another. So it's pretty fun for everyone.
Sweet. All right, I want to see the pour now and just how precisely this thing measures.
All right, so I'm going to take my glass, or your glass, let's say, hold it at a 45-degree angle, about 1 inch away from the faucet. So once I do that, hopefully my arm's not blocking the camera there, but
no, looks good.
You get about 1 inch away, and then you fully open the valve. If you go a little bit hesitant and only open half the valve, you're going to start getting some foam, which you don't want. So
pour with confidence.
Pour with confidence, and once I open this, you'll see the amount of ounces going up and the dollar amount going down. So
all right, let's check it out.
Let's start getting that going. I'll get a little further away to give a nice finished product.
Oh yeah, you can see it's like measuring very precisely, so you can always have a fresh beer and many different taps available, so we could be moving around and trying different brews as we like. Benjamin, you're doing a lot of stuff for Canada Day, and I don't want to rush it, so we're going to talk Canada Day a little bit later on, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, now you've got to experience this in person. If you want to connect with the folks from Carbone's Coal-Fired Pizza, go to the BT website at breakfasttelevision.ca for the full details. Take a little break, and then we'll catch up with you again later today on BT, and we'll tell you what they have planned for your Canada Day.